All righty, folks. Here we are at the CSBT Western Bowl. I can't hear anything, darn it. I got these headphones on. I think they're talking about me out there, folks. That's okay. I have a microphone. All right, Jason Duran to your left is going to be bowling on lane 19. You can't see him just yet. There goes his ball right there. He's our leader. Second place bowling on lane 20 is Ed Smaglick here on the TV pair. George Brooks has already thrown his first frame. He threw a strike, and that was Chris Kelso leaving a pack 10. To your right, Chris Martinez just setting up. You can see his arm. There he goes. He's our number 6 seed. And then we have 2 other bowlers in the semifinals. That will be our classified division, Michael Hensley, and our senior, Greg Wabama. Wabama's Steve Gallegos. I missed Steve Gallegos in his bright yellow shirt. He's bowling right now on lane 24. You'll be able to see his yellow shirt. Oh, no, just his ball right there. You'll end up seeing most of the bowlers on the TV today because we have only 4 pairs going. We have 2 lefties, Steve Gallegos and Greg Wabama. Kelso hits his mark. Woohoo! Over on 19, Ed Smaglick. Both Ed and Jason have strikes up. Uh-oh. Ed went through the beak there, leaving the 3, 6, 9, 10. Now Gallegos over on 23. Light swish and strike. Kelso in practice was just stupid, folks. Odds-on favorite to me. For me, his reaction is just perfect for this shot. And as we say that, pocket 10, 4, 9. Oh, we must be keeping score. There's Smaglick going for his split on 19. What's that? Oh, me. All right, Martinez flush strike on 24. Kelso going for it, and he's got it. Nice cover on there at 4-9 there. Jason Duran steps up on the left lane. Jason's way far in compared to where he was earlier. He also pulled out a high surface ball there, it looks like. Or low surface, high shine. And here's our first look at George Brooks. We didn't see him. He had just gotten on air after he had thrown his first frame. So, lane 22, Mr. Brooks. Oh, wrap 10. And you'll notice most of these bowlers are playing way outside. You're looking at the 2 and 3 board. That's because this is the boardwalk pattern. This is, it pretty much forces you to play outside. And I missed it. Damn it. I should have bowled. All right, Duran with the 2-8. I'm king of the 2 board. That's that's the one thing I have left to say is I'm king of I'm not king of much anymore, but when it comes to the 2 board, I'd take anybody on. Huh? I didn't know it was the boardwalk pattern. I'd have gotten a sponsor. Let me know that later, next time. Brooks on the 10-pin. It's all in the footwork. Huh? All right, Martinez with a spare on 23. Duran up on 19. You're going to see his ball right now. To the left. As he strikes, kicks that 10 out. Best follow through in Colorado. Just open hand to the ceiling. And so relaxes. And arabesque. Oh, guy goes through the beak, leaving a 4-pin. To tell you the truth, we can hear everything you're saying, so you might as well put on a mic.
That's what it makes the fun. It's unscripted.
There are no scripts here, trust me. There's Smaglick with a pocket, kicking the 10 out. There's a lot of that slapping the 10 off the corner right now. Good. This shot just creates a great angle to the pocket. You're getting the ball usually in early to mid rolls the best up the ditch. You want to use the oil track, and then just use the dry boards on the back ends to let the ball walk in, just like Kelso did right there. That's the kind of shot I was looking at that was making us all sick in practice. You know what it is Kelso added that 12th rev last week. He decided to add a 12th rev, and now he's kicking out the 810 pretty decently. Tom Brady on what? 21? Oh, God. He deflated the bowling ball. Oh, that could be trouble for the Pins. All right, Smaglick left another split on lane 19. He's having trouble getting lined up on 19. Sorry, folks, coughing. Cough attack. All right, Brooks lane 22. That's going to roll up nice. High pocket, flush pocket. Scores are going to be huge. We're going to be bowling. These are our top 6 Masters divisions, and our high senior and high classified division bowlers bowling right now. We'll be taking the top 5 into the stepladder finals, where 5 will bowl number 4, the winner will bowl 3, the winner will bowl number 2, and then the championship match against our number 1 seed. After 3 games of semifinals here, scores were really big for these bowlers, so we're looking at some. If you have a bad game, a lot of people are going to pass. You got to get that going. I trust Smaglick will make a move on 19 to get lined up there. I mean, when you got Brooks, Duran, Kelso, Martinez, and Gallegos coming after you. Now, Smaglick's made the top 5, I believe, in every tournament he's shown up for. He's from Vegas. Him and Clark come in town when we have the double weekends a lot. And I'm pretty sure, I don't think he's ever missed, I know he's never missed a cut, let alone the TV finals. Ed Smaglick. He's from Vegas. All right, Brooks left a blow-up pocket 7 there. All right, here's Smaglick. He's got lane 20 down. It's going to be lane 19 he needs to take a look at. There's Ed and his green and yellow spot. Oh, that's going to sit. Okay, it did. A little high. Is he? It looks urethane. Looks dull. I don't know. Oh, okay, there it is. All right, Kelso looking for the turkey. That's in. Shake it off.
Actually, when you think about it, watch everybody at the end of everybody's approach, they will get something left that lane.
Oh. That one rolled early. I think he might have topped it a little bit. Yeah. That's a better shot. Yeah, that last one he got in a little bit. But you can tell, that's how you tell bowlers lined up. You can tug it a board or two, it stays. Let it out a board or two, it comes back. In your house leagues, you pull it an arrow or two, it stays. Throw it out an arrow or two, it comes back. I always hit my mark. I cross it at least twice. Every shot. I'm hitting 11. I pass it as I go out to 6, and I pass it back, coming back in. Great shot by George. And we got Duran and Gallegos. Duran to your left, Gallegos to your right. That's so he didn't like it, but I thought it looked pretty good. And Gallegos playing the 2-board. You give a lefty a 2-board. Uh-oh. 2 8, 25%. They're taking over. I bowled a Masters qualifier. I forgot where it was, down in Denver for the Denver Masters. And out of the 16 that they took to the second day, 7 of them were left-handers, and only 8 left-handers bowled in the entire tournament. 7 of the 8 qualified. It was so really.
There's not enough to make a change to their side.
Well, plus it was really lined up. They had a great shot on their side. We didn't have a bad shot either, huh? Yeah. So this was like 15 years ago when I was bowling.
They had bowling then? I didn't know they had bowling when dinosaurs existed.
She can go away now. Oh! Smash 7. Yikes. Bowling is the most unfair sport ever invented. You don't think you can play sports with your minds? With your mind? 7 out of the 10 voices in my head say I do. I go with the 70% that's in my head.
Bowling is the equivalent to Candy Crush.
Now you need to go away. Now you do never compare bowling to Candy Crack. I know a lady that's like on level 373 and it's taken her 4 months to try and get to 374 on Facebook. I'm like, just quit, lady. Quit.
True.
Me.
She's young,
Yeah, and then they made that.
so everything's going to be, related to something Facebook,
What are you talking about?
Brittany, she's a baby, so I mean, she's
Oh, true.
she's making comparisons to
Yeah. She's of the Facebook generation.
Yeah. She doesn't know any better.
You are. There's other things outside of life than a computer or a phone. Most of you millennials haven't learned that yet.
You say that, she rolls her eyes and looks at her screen.
Exactly. She rolls her eyes and goes directly back to her phone.
And she's not arguing because she knows we're
No,
right.
she can't say anything. There's Gallegos high flush.
I say it's like Candy Crush, the fact that it just pisses people off.
I don't get pissed. I redirect my happiness to anger, but I don't get pissed.
Liar.
I am not lying. I'm sitting. All right. No, because I have a mom.
It might be time to get some drinks over here.
My mother was a raptor.
Today they would call those helicopter parents.
Pretty much. I'm helicopter. She's velociraptor. Ooh, wrapped another 10 pin for Joe. We're sitting here gabbing while the bowling's going on. Hi, folks. We're back to the bowling. Jason Durant on lane 19 after that wrap 10. Jason's on a 4-bagger looking at a possible 280 still. Great shot by Jason. All right, Smaglic's back up. He's got lane 20. He's gonna have to fix that lane 19 coming up here. He's got to make a move. He's got a lot of bowlers below him with some strings going. George has only got a double here, but he's in the pocket. If he can get some carry going, he's going to pop off a 6-7 bagger at any moment. Kelso's got a 243 possible. George always looks like he's going to take a face plant on his 10-pin shots. Smag looks dull ball there. That's a nice shot. Good reaction. Now let's see if he can get that on 20. He's a great bowler out of Vegas. Yeah, exactly. That sweater does look like a golf sweater. Martinez to our right, lane 23. A little half pocket 10 there. Sorry, Scott, what were you saying?
We've got Teller as your side host, I see.
Well, we've got everybody's my side host.
If it was Penn, he'd be talking. So that's what we.
Who?
Penn and Teller.
Oh yeah.
The big guy talks.
Yeah,
the
I'm
little guy's
Teller.
quiet.
Yeah, gotcha. That's and Euchre from
Yeah.
Bull Durham, or is that Major League?
That was Major League.
That's got to sit, and it does. Great shot. It looks like Ed's lined up on the other lane. If he can strike out, he can still pop a 216. It's going to save him a little hurt from the guys below him. Duran's taking a commanding lead on the field. He took over the lead. Ed had the lead all the way through 5 games. 6 game of qualifying. Ed shot 190. Jason shot another 230. I think he shot 234, 237, 223, 237, 224, 239, 239. Duran. I'm like, okay. You can't shoot 240 though. You suck. And here in the, so he's going to get the semifinals to shoot 280. All right. Duran looking for a 6-pack. He just hit Yahtzee. Good. Got to get up light. A little half pocket there. Just thought it was going to react a little earlier. Good shot by Kelso. Light swisher kicks out that 5-8-10. It's that 12th rev, I'm telling you. Gallegos to your right on 23.
He's sitting on a
Light
four-bagger
swisher.
right
He
now.
leaves the 10 pin on the swishing 10
Disrupts the 5-bagger.
for Gallegos.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 4-bagger. Still, that's going to be a 250, 240, 238. Sorry, for Gallegos with a spare, and that's an easy cover for him. And here's Kelso, lane 21. Marginal.
His ball is a grenade.
It was marginal.
He just throws a grenade down there.
His ball is illegal. You can tell it's like 4 inches bigger diameter than anybody else. He's just a big boy, and it looks the same in his hand. Duran. Kicks the 10 out that time. So Duran's looking at 250s. Gallegos leaves another swish and 10 pin for a 237. Decent score. Martinez can strike out for 226. Right here in the 10th frame, we got Kelso going for a 243. Needs this strike to get in the 240s. Looking at Brooks with a possible 238. There's the smash 8 we thought we were going to see 7 of. How does he not leave one? That's a great ball. Oh, light swishing 7 over there. He needed that one. I don't have my head. I have my headset on. I missed all that. All right, cover for Kelso there is going to give him a 232. Again, we're going to see the 10th frame here by George Brooks. Possible 238. Smaglick with a spare is going to be, he's not going to shoot 200 this game. He's got the cover. He needs a strikeout on lane 19 for 195. 237 down there for Gallegos, as I've already said. Martinez with a smash 9 spare. Phil ball in the 10th frame will give him 215. Down on the senior pair, we've got Wabama with a 187, and looks like Michael Hensley shot 224. Good game by Mike. Real consistent. Both the classified division didn't have a game over under 200. It was just, I think he shot 212, 212, 203, 210, 20, 20. Just sat there all day, just making his covers, sparing them up, and he's in the semifinals. That's how you do it. I think you need to put on a microphone, girl. Can you hear me?
No, and I already took care of that.
What's that?
There's a microphone right in front of her.
I know, but she needs to put it on. She doesn't want to ruin her hair. It's got to sit. Oh, wrapped at 10. So he's going to shoot 185 with a spare. He's going to need some work to do. Like I said, there's only really, I think, 6 bowlers bowling for the 5 spots, because I think the senior and Michael are a little bit far out of it unless they really go nuts. And Greg already started with a 180. So the scores are so high to catch. I was going to say Barry Asher, lane 22. You don't get that reference. You're too young. You don't know what I'm talking about. Don't even act like you do. I said it. I get it. Whoa.
I didn't say it.
I'm you. I'm a you too.
I was talking to this you.
Okay, that you, not this you.
If I don't get it, neither will he.
That's what I said. I was talking to him. I was talking to that you, not you.
And I told him if he didn't get it.
Who's on first? What's on second? All right, so, I think so. Figuring out which way we're moving here. All right, so Duran spares that up. It's going to be 239 with a strike in the fill ball. You want to take a quick break, Scott?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a quick break. We'll be back. Jason Duran with a strike will shoot 239. Other than that, the bowling's finished. We're going to take a quick break for editing purposes. We will be back right around the bend.
Welcome back, everybody, to Game 2 of the semifinals here at Western Bowl. Drew hasn't quite made it back. I was expecting a little bit more of a gap, but Ed and I believe it's Lawrence here. Just a second. Oh, no, it's Chris. I'm sorry. I should know that. Ed Sadlick and Chris Martinez on the featured pair right now. George has slid up to the left. He'll be on 1920. It's our first good look at Ed here today. Leaves a 3-6-10 here.
I can't keep track of you all the time. I know, I guess.
Hello. Here we go. Back to the action.
Yep.
We got a 7 spare. We got Smaglick and Duran over here.
No,
They moved together.
Martinez.
Okay, Martinez. They moved. Left lane moves left. Right lane moves right.
Yep.
So to our left on lane 19, you just saw the ball strike, is Michael Hensley, our classified division winner.
He should be joining us next game.
Yep, he'll be here next game. Smaglick, great shot there. God, I love the roll on his ball. So easy. He's an older classic bowler right there. Good roll, not a lot of it. Just a forward with just a little tilt. And speaking of tilt, here's George Brooks on lane 20. You'll see his shot come into play here pretty soon. Hi, Mom. Brooks comes in a little light. Oh! Takes 2 pins, still doesn't knock over the 10. And here's Chris Martinez. We just bowled their team in league on Monday night up in Greeley. I was not there, unfortunately. That's why everybody bowled well. And there's Martinez right up to ditch. Oh, came in a little high, kicked out to 10. If we'd have known it was only 4 lanes, he said he would have had all 4 pairs made. Duran is way down on the end pair there on 25 and 26, bowling with Gallegos. I just saw him go through the beak. See, there's George on his 10 pins. He's going to fall over again. And you know what's funny is he makes them so solid every time. You look like you're going to fall on your face every time you shoot a 10 pin. I've never seen anybody so good at picking up a 10 pin the ways you do.
Terry was just commenting that every time we show up, we've got more cameras.
Yeah. And you put one on me, I don't know why. There's Georgie with a strike on lane 19. And here comes Chris Martinez, lane 21.
Well, you know, sometimes it's nice to put a face to the voice. In this case, you know, hi wave hi Brittany.
Oh, that's her. I'm the other Brittany.
Yes.
Hit me, baby, one more time. Hit me, baby, one more time. There's Miss Michael Hensley. Ball sits, keeps forming. Coming a little high. Lane 19 looks to be reacting a little bit stronger from what we saw with Ed and Jason. 19's coming in a little bit higher, a little stronger reaction. There's Smaglick, great shot on 22. Looks like he's back. And that's what you get going across the pair, the bowling center. You get different pairs have just the slightest different reaction causes a big change down the lane. So you got to find it quickly. Oh, Michael taking it off there just slightly. And Smaglick looking for a turkey right here. Good ball. Comes in light, kicks out the 10. That head pin destroyed the 10 pin. And here's a look at Greg Wabama, lane 23, our other left-hander. There's swish and strike there for him. That's following back-to-back opens, unfortunately. He's bowling with Mr. Kelso, who started with first 3. He's up on lane 24. Oh, Hensley comes through the beak, leaving a 6, 7, 10 on 19. Martinez, another real easy swing bowler. Your TV pair right now has 2 swings you might want to take a look at, folks. Chris stepping down there. Something must have distracted him. Kelso with a 4-bagger on lane 24. Hensley going for it. Oh, good effort on lane 19. All right, here's another look at Chris Martinez. That's got to sit, and it does. Actually, it almost didn't get to the high enough in the pocket. Oh, hey there, Kelly Matten. I see you just Facebooked us. Once again, you can contact us through Facebook if you'd like. Kelly, Gary is not bowling, unfortunately. They only took 6 of the Masters division. Gary struggled a little bit with his reaction. He said he struck a lot, but he was missing some spares, and unfortunately, he did not qualify with us today. How are you doing, Kelly? New grandbaby is gorgeous. Looks pretty good. Oh, high. Almost. Oh, carries the pocket 4-6. Yikes. And Kelso's string comes to an end at 4, leaving the 4-pin. Spared it up on lane 23. We've got George Brooks on a double lane 19. We'll get you some updated scores as soon as we get those, folks. George is bringing it back via finger remote control. The finger remote control. Bring it in. Me, I'm like, go the other way. Limp finger. That's how my ball goes. Go, go, go. All right. So Smaglik has found it. He is back with a 4-bagger looking for Yahtzee right here on lane 21. Yahtzee! The only thing is you have to call your number. I'm going to put Yahtzee on 1s. All right. That's a great ball. Kicks that 10 out. Horse collar of the 10. Hensley going for his on lane 20. All right, so we got a 5-bagger and a turkey coming here on the TV pair. Possible 290, 280 halfway through the game. Scores are high. Looks like Mr. Bobamus still struggling a little bit. It's him on lane 23. Just leaving this flat 10 there. Steve Gallegos down there has an open in the 4th frame with a double in the first 2. Oh, he's a smash 8, left-hander smash 8. And Martinez comes up highly through the beak, leaving the 3-10 split. He was, I believe, our 6th. Oh, he was in 5th. So he's trying to keep Gallegos off of him. He'll need to make the spare just to keep the pressure on guys below him. And now we're over here on the left lane. We got one bowler struggling, Michael Hensley. He did just strike in the 5th frame. He's got 66 in the 4th with that strike in the 5th. Martinez just goes around the 3-pin, brings the pin back out onto the deck. We'll have to have that cleared before we continue action on that lane. So that open leaves Martinez with a 126 in the 6th. As I said, as we've seen, Ed Smaglik has a spare 5-bagger. To your left, George looking for the 4-bagger. Oh, high pocket 4-pin there. Ran down on lane 26. I'll get you, the graphics up. I can't see what he's got just right now. It doesn't look like he's got a very good shot from what I've seen on that end pair. He's gone spare, strike, spare open with a 7 count in the 5th frame. That's a good ball.
Looks like Ed's on a major tear.
What's that? Well, look, yeah, and it looks like 19 to 20, both end pairs of what we're bowling on, 19, 20, and 25 and 26, look like they're fairly a little bit more difficult than the other pairs. These the TV pair in 23 and 24 look pretty good. Uh-oh. Oh, ho, ho, George practicing for the 10-pin. And I think he would have missed it. He would have gone in front of it. Little area check for Ed there. He got that one a little wide, but that roll just brought it back nice and easy. He's doing a high surface ball, meaning a lot of dull. Kelso striking again. Possible 268 for him in the 7th frame. Oops. And George looking to get back on it after that 4-pin. All right, Duran wrapped a 10-pin down on 5, but he's in the pocket. Lane 25, I think. Smaglik looking for a 7-bagger. Frame 8. Looks like a good ball. Oh, kicks it out. 7-10 scared us for a little bit there, but got it out no problem. Hensley with a pocket light swishing 7. Wabama with a strike on 24. Great shot there. See if Mr. Martinez can get it going here. He's on a strike. Light swisher. Oh, does not kick the 7 though. He needs those breaks. Gallegos down on the end pair, not doing too well either. Nobody's striking a bunch down on the end pair. We got 74 in the 5th for Jason Durant. That's he's struggling right now big time. And we've got 91 in the 5th, it looks like, for Steve. So neither one is over a deuce pace right now. So this is the time to make some moves on Jason. And Steve's got to get it, and he was our 6th seed, so he needs to get into the top 5. Only a game and a half left, folks. Less than that for our TV pair here. They're bowling pretty fast. You only throw one ball a frame like Ed. Goes pretty quickly. Hensley on 19. That looks pretty good. Oh, a little high. Does not kick the 9. And Kelso goes in real light, leaves an 8-pin. Little switcher kick the 2 out of it. All right, Gallegos on 25 after he spared that, and he needs to start getting going here. Put some pressure on the top 5 seeds. Goes in light, swishes out a strike. And here's Martinez, our number 5 seed, trying to hold him at bay, and he does with a strike. Easy spare for Kelso. The 8 pins down. As is, oh, Michael missed the 9 on lane 19. That head you see on the bottom right is Kyle Taylor. He just missed the cut. Sticking around to watch his friend's bowl. George. Linda's down here. George looking to get, it's got to get up. It does. It blows the rack up light. And Smaglik looking for an 8-bagger. Ocho. Oh, leaves a pocket, half pocket 10 there. Still going to shoot a 269 with a spare and off the sheet in the 10th. Good enough to make up a little trouble he had that last game, especially since other people are struggling a little bit. So we're doing it when we move across these lanes. Duran kicks out the 10 with the head pin there. On 25, as Ed easily picks up the 10 pin. So with a double in the 10th, he'll be in the 260s, possible 269. Oh, Kelso just slid right by the 2.8 on lane 23. He was surprised too. Gives him 194 in the 9th, still possible 224, but a little disappointment when you always open late like that. George has got it going now. He's keeping it going. Possible 269 there too. Great shot by Smaglik there. Shredded the rack. Wabama light pocket carries it out. And Hensley, oh, getting that one way wide. Little shoulder action there, kind of lifted up, and that sent the ball right on him. Farther than he wanted, that was for sure.
This game is flying by.
Yeah, well, it doesn't take long to throw one ball a frame.
Well, even the others.
They're bowling really well, yeah.
I mean, if you look around.
Well, this pace, you get to these guys know lane etiquette real well. They keep moving. Nobody's waiting to bowl. They're moving pretty quick.
Michael here represents the slowest bowler, and he's just finishing his 8th frame.
Yeah. Kept that one in a little flat 10. Is it going to roll? Yes, but in front of it. All right, Smaglik's got that double. This fill ball. It's going to be a 269. As Nick Lasource always says, FBAC, fill ball always carries.
Yep.
Always.
No one's going to yell at us here for mentioning that.
There we go. And you know what I was thinking? They shouldn't yell at us for that. We got to promote our own stuff.
Well,
ColoradoSports.TV. I understand, but, you know, it's the brand.
I know. But it's the wife.
That's why I said.
You got to keep the wife happy. And,
all right.
And I love those two. So I really.
I love them too. I'm okay with it.
Really glad that we were able to pick them up. We will be with them tomorrow at 5 p.m.
Arapahoe Lanes?
No,
Broadway Lanes, that's right. Arapahoe was last week.
Yeah, and then next week we're down the street at Brunswick Wheat Ridge.
Okay, Sierra Vista.
Yep.
It's always going to be Sierra Vista to me, folks. I will never call it anything else.
This week Broadway, next week Sierra Vista.
Okay, and they're both at 5. That's Sundays for the ABT.
Yep. If it wasn't for the ABT tomorrow, we'd be back here for stop 9 of the CSBT.
Is it both tournaments here tomorrow too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're back here again tomorrow as well. It's just we're not able to be in 2 places at once.
Nope. No, it's physically impossible unless you know quantum physics and. Oh, the equipment could be there. We can't be there.
We could have 2 teams.
Yeah,
that is true. Okay.
But we can't be in 2 places at once. Our actual
Right now, we
selves.
don't have 2 teams.
I have lots of voices that I have True, ColoradoSports.TV could be.
Yes. Although, since the main...
She likes to talk, just not on a microphone.
I don't know if you knew this, Drew, but this is actually our backup computer because our main one took a fall at the hockey game last week, and we're in need of a new main computer.
Oh, no.
So I don't know if we could do 2 events right now.
No. Oh, man, that sucks. How much damage?
It's enough damage that we might as well get a new computer.
Gotcha. All right, Chris, look at the striker. Oh, goodness. A little flat left the 10 pin, but that was the fill ball for a 225, and Ed Smaglick with his 269. We got a 203 for Greg Wabama as Kelso finishes up with 214. All right, folks, we're going to take a quick break as the bowlers finish up on the outside pairs. We'll be back in a couple minutes with our 3rd game of the semifinals. See you around the bend.
Sticker Giant helps people make great stickers. I'm John Fisher, and I started the company. Every sticker has a story behind it. Every sticker has something behind it besides just stickiness.
People seem to flock towards stickers no matter what they are all about.
It's a portable billboard. It can go anywhere.
I've seen stickers on little girls' foreheads.
Cars, motorcycles.
Stop signs, we don't endorse that.
Baby bottoms.
I see stickers everywhere. I see stickers in my dreams.
We're a small little group of people, and we all kind of have the same vision for success.
Every person is quality minded, top to bottom. We're about getting the job done right.
The quality of Sticker Giant stickers is really fantastic. We run 3 different materials here. All of them were researched to find the best possible thing we can get.
We can get your email and process your stickers in 24 hours and get them out to you.
We try and do things quickly, we try and do them accurately, and we try and get people the stickers that they want. People ask me what I do, and I go, we make stickers all day. There's this company in rural Boulder County, and all they do is make stickers and labels. What makes Sticker Giant a great sticker? What the customer wants, because we can print any kind of sticker. Every day there's a sticker to where I see it, and I just want to know the story behind it. I want to know the company. I want to talk to the owner.
We take people's passions, things that they're really fired up about. We make it over and over and over so those people can tell their story to the world.
Here we go with Greg Wabama. First shot in the third game of our semifinals. Good shot there. And we've got Mike Hensley. These are our two, the senior and the classified division bowlers bowling with us. To our left, we've got Steve Gallegos and Chris Martinez. To the right, Jason Duran. And looks like, who is he bowling with?
Jason is back with Ed.
Oh, Ed Smaglick, yep. Oh, that's right. Every other the third game, they're back with the same bowlers they bowled the first game, but different pair.
Apparently, they've agreed to double or nothing on their side bet.
What's their side bet? I didn't even know they had one.
Oh, not something we can say on there.
Oh, okay. We won't say that then. Well, we can, but we choose not to.
Yeah, we choose not to because we don't want to get yelled at by Grandma Kelso again.
Yes, no offending Grandma Kelso. Hi, Grandma Kelso. Your grandson is doing well. Oh, she is? Oh, that's right. Never mind.
Oh, then she'd really yell at us.
Yeah. She'd yell at you. I'm innocent, and I just, yeah.
You can't even finish this phrase, can you?
Because there's no sense in having to. I shouldn't have to. Everyone that knows me knows I'm an innocent.
Hey, see, once again, you say that word and you get all flustered.
What? That's where it starts. I'm an innocent. I don't have to finish it. You heathens.
Here, let me take a step back from the lightning.
I think it's more of a flood. You need your boots.
I need something, that's for sure. But let's see if Mike is going to be able to recover from his open.
Sit. He's grabbing it a little bit on the bottom.
He goes straight in, leaves 3.
Yep. And they are?
The 3-6, 10.
Well, 3-6, 10.
I almost said 9, but yeah.
That's a good. Duran looking for the 2-10 spare. Missed them both.
He drifted
That's
left.
back-to-back opens there. Smaglick started with the double. Smaglick looking to take the lead back from Duran.
Have we seen the score sheet?
We have not seen the score sheet. Let me go talk. Or you want to go?
I'll go talk.
Yeah,
to
we're going to get through scores because I told him we'd get him an update. We haven't had an update for the first game. We should have an update for the second one pretty soon here. Going into our final game, we'll get you those top 5 here pretty soon. Aha. He's going to do the website. It's on their website. Keep up with the standings there.
Yeah. So
You can get them when we get them then, basically, because we're going to look it up real quick here. We'll get them for you. 19 and 20 is a real important game. Gallegos and Martinez fighting for the 5th spot, I think, right? Wabama with a double. Smaglick got his turkey, looking for starting with the first 4. 40 you? You're... Oh, in the lanes. Alrighty, folks, we got your standings here. Just a moment. In the open division. Alrighty.
They're not loaded yet.
Okay, he's got him. I got him right here. We got George Brooks in the lead. Oh, George Brooks is in the lead right now at 18:58. 14 pins back is Smaglick. Duran has fell to third at 235 over. Sorry. Chris Kelso's in fourth, and Chris Martinez is in fifth. Oh, there. I'm hitting something. Oh, okay. And we got Steve Gallegos, 41 pins out. That one's not up. Oh, I'm looking at Wabama. Yeah. So we got. Yeah, right now we've only got. They're going to be jockeying for position. Right now, 1 through 5 is only 58 pins. So they're jockeying around for position with Steve Gallegos on the outside looking in by 41 pins. So Gallegos has to beat Martinez by 42 pins to knock Martinez out.
I'm going to have to get you your own laptop, aren't I?
That would be nice. I actually have one. I just don't.
Set it up here.
Didn't know I
keep
needed
scoring.
to bring it. I might as well. It's got brand new insides and it's all clean fans and everything. It runs better. I don't know how long the battery would last without power. Smaglick had the first 4. Brooks has got going for the first 4. Duran looked like he's had a little trouble. Gets a pocket shot there, crushes it.
You know, after that, I think he's going to want you to comment about him having trouble every time.
frame, yeah.
Yeah.
There are some bowlers that should just pay me to show up because they struggle until I get there and then they crush them.
I kind of wonder about the same thing. I mean,
It's weird.
There's some bowlers like poor Kelly, and I love Kelly.
Love you, Kelly Everding.
But she does not do well in front of the cameras. She gets all panicky.
She hates it. I don't understand why. She's so pretty and she bowls good.
Oh, I know. And then there are guys like Mike here, who their game is elevated by the cameras.
Yeah, I always think I bowled better on TV too. I like the camera.
Chris is going to have to get used to the camera since he's with his chosen career.
Well, considering he's always on TV, you might as well be comfortable with it. That's Kelso we're talking about.
If Kelso's going to make a serious run at the PBA, and I hope he does.
He'd have as good a chance
in his corner.
Many bowlers here.
But if he's
Smaglick flushes the Jotzi.
Yeah, no, it hasn't worked thus far. But
Wabama looking for the first 5. Oh, comes through the beak, leaves a 2-4-7.
And his wife is listing off a bunch of things that are coming
step by step.
Yep.
All right, so right now, Gallegos has made a little bit of a move. He's gotten 7 pins in the first 3 frames with a strike. Martinez has to keep it tight. He does, kicks the 10 out. Keeps the pressure on Gallegos. Martinez can solidify his position just by beating Gallegos, or staying within 40 would be enough. But then you'd have to be worried about somebody falling below that. Ooh, Smaglick with the first 5. Leaves the 3, 4, 6, 7, 10. 5 count through the beak. But he's got a pretty good lead. On second anyway. Brooks is in the lead, and Brooks he's got a 279 going down there on the difficult pair of 25 and 26. So it looks like I got good vision long distance. I need reading glasses up close. How old are you? I'm more than double your age.
Yeah, but the problem is I've already been told I'm going to be blind by the time I'm
Well, that sucks.
I've lost more than half of my.
Can't do anything about it. I'm talking about her vision. All right, Gallegos can throw a turkey here. Put the pressure on. Light swisher. Oh, leaves the 10. That could have been a move. Still gained about in the high teens. Let's see, he's 116 to one. Yeah, he's gained 16 pins on Chris so far. He needs to gain 42, but Chris is on the strike. He has the advantage to double up and cut that lead. No problem for Steve on the 10 pin. All right. To the left is the match that we're talking about the most, Martinez and Gallegos, since it is the match that will determine our fifth seed and the bowler that's going to be left out. Brooks is not missing down on the TV pair, on the end pair. He will be holding on to the lead. He'll be our number 1 seed most likely. Imagine that. George Brooks is in the lead. George Brooks is the number 1 seed? Oh my goodness, that's never happened since the last time. And the 47 times before that. All right, Martinez with a double can really do some damage. On your left, Martinez. If he turkeys here, oh, great shot. Or that's a double, I should say. That's gonna put a lot of pressure on Stevie G to fill up the frames. Oh, pocket 710 for Jason Duran. Lane 23, ouch. Wabama, roll up nice. Light switcher, no problem. He's got a 277 going here, possible. George Brooks strikes again. Let's see, Kelso's got he went gutter 6-9 spare and has thrown 4 strikes in a row since, so it looks like he's got a little needed to get lined up. Now he's there. And here is Martinez, lane 19 for a turkey. Oh, comes in too light, leaves a 245. Huh? Yeah, that Stevie G Gallegos is just saying this is actually the first game of the step ladder since it's 5th and 6th seed bowling each other, and it's just a handicap game of step ladder. No.
You would bowl me if I gave you 40, though, wouldn't you?
On this shot, yeah.
On any shot.
No. I'm not that good. Not me anymore. Ball sticks out. All right, so with that spare, he's got 127 in the 6th. 130. He'll only have a 9-pin lead, but you never know. He's got to jump. He's got to strike now. He's got to throw the next few. Not much room for error for the Stevie G, the network. Lane 20. He needs it. Great shot. Now he'll need to strike the next 4 shots to get to the fill ball. Good spare by Michael Hensley there on lane 22, right here on a TV pair. To your right is going to be Ed Smaglik. Oh, that's right, we have 2 TV pairs. I keep forgetting. To the right of our right TV pair is Ed Smaglik. Okay. Good shot. Oh, high flush. Here's Stevie G, 19. Got a strike. Okay, that 7-pin is going to knock Stevie G out. Unfortunately, Chris Martinez going to move on. Unless something drastic happens, and I don't think anything will. Chris has got a good shot. Yeah. Not when there's handicap involved. All right, spare for Stevie G. He's not giving up. No, and as well he shouldn't. Yeah, that 7-1, that one hurt. Something extreme would have to happen. Good run though. Well, it's not over yet. Light swisher carries out 7 for Chris. Chris would have to open at least 1 frame, if not both, and Steve strike out to have a chance. So if we throw a double here, this match will be over. Chris Martinez on the left, lane 19. Strike will effectively end it. Anything less, there is a chance. Okay. Stevie G will be finishing first, so Chris will know whether he has that match in hand or not. No problem on that 10 pin. Wow, I just looked at it. If Stevie strikes out for 236 and Chris opens with 9 whiff, it's a tie ball game for the 5th seed. Stevie has to strike out. Imperative. There's one. He can force him to mark. Once again, we're not talking about this game. We've got 41 pins that he's got to make up on. He's got to beat him by 42 to take it over. Great shot by Michael Hensley right there on 21. Kelso is finishing out with the last 10. Shoot 260, trying to make a move to the lead. Can he catch George? That's the question. There's a strike for Stevie G. There's one. He needs all 3. See if we can get another one here for Mike. Comes a little high. Kick leaves the 4. All right. Smaglik can shoot 219. He opened in the 9th frame again. When he rolls it off his hand, you know it, man. All 10 pins stay down and flush in the pocket. 263 for Kelso with a 7 count on the last ball. And George can strike out for 47, so he'll hold off Kelso with a double. Oh, that one's going to do it. He needed all 3. So it looks like Chris Martinez will be in the top 5 as our number 5 seed. Georgie leaves a smash 9 down there. That changes things. 36, 61, 37. Do you have the totals up again? All right, so George was how far ahead of Kelso? 31. So 30. Oh, spare is going to keep George ahead of Chris by single digits. Chris made his move for the lead, but it looks like George is going to hold him off with the spare on the 9 pin. He's to the right, folks. He's not, you can't see George. He's all the way down the last lane. The 225 will not be enough to let Gallegos move into the top 5. He'll hold off Chris. Oh, and Chris leaves that 6 count. That double would have been huge now. But who knows, if he'd have doubled, Chris might have not thrown that shot. Smaglik with a 209. Duran with a 170 if he doubles in the 10th. Looks like Duran's going to fall to 4th. We'll have Chris Martinez in 5th. These are unofficial, folks. Smaglik will be in 3rd. Kelso's jumping up to 2nd. Brooks, that's where I think we are. Lead's going to be Brooks. Kelso in 2nd, Smaglik 3rd, Duran in 4th, Martinez in 5th. That's what we've got unofficially for you, folks. We're finishing up here on that spare for a 246 for Greg Wabama, 217 for Michael Hensley. Chris Martinez 192, Steve Gallegos 225, Smaglik 209, Kelso 263, George Brooks shoots 236 to just hold off Chris Kelso for the lead. Last ball in the 10th frame, double here for Jason Ram. We're going to take a break. We'll probably be back in about 5-10 minutes, folks, with our top 5 TV final step ladders. See you around the bend.
Welcome back, everybody. They are finishing up their warm-ups right now. Go ahead and turn that off for you so you don't have to see until it's time. Drew will be back here in just a moment. And we might just have to twist Brittany's arm and get her mic'd up too, because she's got some great commentary when you can get her to relax. It's just never about bowling. Well, yeah, that may be true. But so Brittany is our fashion consultant. Terry's trying to get everything organized so we can get started here. I really can't remember the last time we had 3 complete games in under an hour and 15 minutes. That was incredible. For our stepladder finals here, it's going to be Jason Duran, our number 4 seed, versus Chris Martinez, our number 5 seed. Chris eked out Steve Gallegos by 8 pins for the final slot in the stepladder here. Steve is currently in the bar, I believe. I'm not quite sure who's going to start us off here. I was just informed that Chris is going to go ahead and start us off here. Not. About to get underway here with the first game of the step finals. Chris Martinez start us off. Opens up with a smash 6 here. He is able to pick that spare up. We will take our first look at Jason Duran. We weren't able to see much of Jason during the semifinals because he started off on a pair to our left and then kept working his way left. Welcome
Hello.
back. Oh, smash 4.
High 4 pin there. So we got a tie match after 1 frame with a spare here. My job's done. See ya. So I'm assuming I was right. Number 3 seed will be
Number 3 is Jason.
Jason no, he's 4.
Or no, he's 4. Hold on a second.
Kelso Brooks, or Brooks Kelso Smaglik.
Smaglik.
Ed Smaglik. He's sitting just to our left watching the match here.
Yep.
Keeping an eye on the TV pair.
And Chris edged out Steve by 8 pins.
Chris
Martinez for the 5th spot.
Oh, yeah, the 225 to the 192.
Yep.
He needed one more strike. Oh, yeah, the Pro Bowl's on. Woo. That's actually college. That's Auburn. That's college. You do realize that college Pro Bowl is oxymoronic.
Yeah, it is.
Now you could say that.
College All-Stars, I think.
Yeah, that'd be a little. Although
you know what, bowling has the biggest amount of professional amateurs I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Well, true. All right, see if Martinez can strike and tie up and keep the match tied. That was through the beak off his hand, almost Brooklyn. Looks like his head oil's gone, his hold spot. He's trying to play it more direct than everybody. Most people are kind of letting the ball float to come back.
Well, Chris was struggling
other
with
than
this pair in the semifinals.
Kelso?
No.
Oh, Martinez.
Martinez.
Yeah. Hey!
No, he's fine. He's
messing
fine.
with equipment?
Well, he's right. He's pointing at empty lanes.
I'm just messing with Gallegos. You don't know what you're doing with video equipment. No, I was messing with Stevie because Stevie is the network. He's Stevie G. Actually, here. Come on, Stevie. Let him. He's gonna get on here. Watch your non-alcoholic beer. Oh, wait a minute. We're not on. We need the second mic. No. All right, Martinez, frame 3 after the spare. That looks better. That's why. All right, we're going to bring on Stevie G, the network. Stevie Gallegos finished 6th today.
All right. It's been a while
Since you finished anything but set first.
since I made the finals,
Yeah,
so the semis, and since I've been on the mic.
Yeah, true.
It was, today's.
Just don't drop the mic when you're done. No, okay.
Well, especially around you.
Thank you.
This could get our rating.
It's
on the internet, so we're
Grandma
okay.
Kelso. No, Grandma Kelso.
We'll keep it clean then.
We got in trouble with
I think
4,
Chris,
6,
I
7.
think Chris has a good enough look to snap Duran out. Jason's been kind of going backward the last.
Oh, you mean this Chris? I keep thinking Kelso.
Chris is coming up later. The other Chris.
Well, because
with a
Chris struggled on this pair in the semifinals. And it didn't. I mean, he's gotten the 9 spare, but the second 9 spare was right almost in the same spot Jason just threw the ball. So he basically got the break of kicking out the 4, 6, 7, whereas Jason didn't. So right now we got a 59 to 48, so 11-pin lead for Martinez. Okay.
It's okay, Drew.
That's what I get for not drinking.
I'm surprised you didn't say Martini with only the part of the name showing up there.
I don't know. Martinis are horrible. and Martinez is not.
Not gonna good.
All right, here's Duran. He had such a great look earlier. See if he can get that back. He's getting it out a little bit more than he was earlier. He was putting it straighter up. Looks like he's trying to use the dry boards with a different ball.
Outside.
Yeah, it's getting and stopping. It's flipping and stopping, which is what he wants. It's where it's flipping and stopping is the key part of a Broadway or boardwalk. But we are now bowling on 9 games, 10 games of play.
Yep.
Along with, if not more than that, from all the practice sessions. So Chris's line looks like it's not holding like it was earlier. That track area is still there, but the head oil is a little bit sketchier. That should be good. Yep. Oh, smash 7 goes out like a light. So that takes him to a 21 pin lead. He can get it to 31 with, no, that's 11, 31 with a 21 with a strike here. I will figure it out, folks. If not, that's why we got Stevie G here.
Yeah, I'll be right there with him. You know, I had a chance to catch Chris, and I bowled him twice, and I did him twice. But the game I didn't bowl him, I was bowling with Duran, and he was kind of lulling me to sleep. He missed a couple easy spares that he doesn't normally do. Kind of shocks you for a second, even though that's
you don't expect to see
not my
Duran,
game, you know. But it slowed me down a little bit, and I opened in the 10th frame of the second game, and instead of closing the gap to 8, I was down 41 going into that match.
And that's you made the point that was basically another step ladder final.
It was so it was like making the step ladder. It's hard.
Okay, got a break.
Small break there, taking 7 out.
I mean, it was a bad break and a good break in the same shot.
You know, it's tough when you only have 6 places to make the next round.
You know, yeah, because the senior and the classified weren't really close enough to make any big run, especially with the scores the way they were. I mean, if it was a tough shot and they could pop off 230, 240, they'd make a big jump. But 230, 240 wasn't going to jump them in. So it was basically 6 bowlers bowling for the 5 spots.
Well, and then the top 3, they were still averaging over 230, so they ran away with it.
It was going to be a fight to the finish for you two, and it was.
You know, it was nice for me I was able to come back and throw the ball pretty decent for not a change, but just nice to do it.
To find,
get some confidence.
Yeah. Well, because you threw the 9th frame. Looks like you had a great look on 20. Looked like 19 was your iffy lane of the 2.
Yeah.
And then you went up, struck in the 10th. And that 11th one was the one you needed.
I needed that one.
Yeah, I mean, the count would have been important on the final ball. But you needed the second one, and you left another ring 10 or ring 7.
Ring 7. That was ring 7.
Yeah, that was a ring. That was a great shot. And that's the thing is you can take away from it a tournament like this is you might have just missed that TV show, but you threw good shots in the clutch when you needed to. Just amount of carry.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only thing you can ask for.
Put yourself in that position to do it.
If you throw it good and they don't go down, that's one thing you could learn to live with that, because eventually you keep throwing it good, they're going to go down.
They're going to go down eventually, yeah.
You know, but you got to learn to keep putting yourself in that position. And when you're bowling these guys, they don't give you much. So
nope. See. That's proof right there.
That's it. They'll lull you to sleep. They'll be doing nothing, and then all of a sudden.
Well, Kelso just missed the leader. Did you see? He missed the lead. He was trying to take George over by 31 pins. Goes gutter 6, 9 spare, 9 bagger 7 count, and missed the lead by 4.
Oh man!
The 6 count if that's a 9, and the 7 count if that's a 9, he leads by 1.
Wow, this game's what ifs and what ifs.
Hey, true. Talk about this sport more than any probably has the hindsight 2020. All right, Martinez flushing him as Duran just came back with a turkey to put some pressure back on him. Martinez answers with a high flush strike.
We got a good match here.
Yeah. Duran's back now. Once Duran throws a turkey, you're like, okay. You gotta hope he doesn't carry, because that's usually where you are. Exactly, at any time. And any one of these bowlers could do that. Any one of them.
Oh yeah.
You get to a point where they can go open,
great
and
top
you're like,
5
oh,
today.
Yeah. Great semis. You're no slouch.
Well, you know it's tough. That's like I said. 26 bowlers only today, and you're bowling for 6 spots against the best
of the best
around, you know, and
there's another one.
A great shot.
And you know what? I was commenting. I was like, you had the top 6 here, and I'm looking now and going, wow, Badavinik didn't make it. Kylie didn't make it. Who else didn't? I mean, how many? Marquez was crushing him. He didn't make it. Yeah. There were so many bowlers out there that you're like, well, when there's only 6 spots available, and you got 10 bowlers that could be the top bowler in the state at any given time, somebody's going to be left out.
You know, I'll throw a quick shout out to my sensei, the Greg Wabama, for being the high senior today.
Yes, he was.
You know, he's also a lefty, but
no buts, and we were competing, and so we kind of pushed each other. We've known Jason,
each other for a
great
long
shot.
time.
Oh, it doesn't get the 10 out. Sorry.
No, that's okay. So we challenge and push each other all the time. It was great to have an extra set of eyes.
Yeah, because you bowled right next to each other.
We bowled out. Today was a ball
2 of the 3
change
games.
day for me. It was either this ball was striking or 7-pin, and if once I started to do that, I'd switch until that ball left 7-pin.
Gotcha.
And that was just my moves today. I didn't move my feet at all. I just changed bowling balls.
That's what I do with on Monday nights when I bowl with Dwayne Steinmetz. He's my teammate, and he in a 4-game set one night, he left 27 7-pins in 40 frames. It was just ridiculous. It didn't matter what ball, but normally he's got these 2 balls, a blue one. I don't know my equipment. It's one's blue, one's black. So use the blue one. But when he's leaving a bunch of 7-pins, I'm like, just switch balls.
Yeah.
Just switch balls, and he'll carry for like 6, 7 frames, 8 frames, leave a 7-pin. Go back to the other one. Go back to the other one.
Ooh, Durant carries one.
Oh,
trips the 4 forward.
He needed it.
9 backwards. Pretty good.
He needed
carry
it.
right there.
So we're looking at 147 in the 7th to.
He's got a possible 237 if he strikes out.
Yeah, he's up. He's down 21 right now, or 11 right now.
And Martinez is still going at 258 if he could strike out.
Yep.
So he's got room to technically miss it and still have a tie.
He's up 11. Don't chip it with the ties.
See you later, Sensei. There he goes.
Greg, where's my shot?
High senior of the.
Well, he said he was going to give me one.
He did say, I heard.
Don't tease me.
There goes Martinez, though. He needs this shot to keep
that, because a 21-pin lead, people are like, wow, that's a lot. I'm like, no, that's a 10-pin. That's a 10-pin. Especially when you got strings going left and right. A 10-pin is 21 pins right there.
It adds up fast.
It's a good shot.
Oh, he got the
kicks
carry.
that 4 out.
Got the nice carry right there.
So that makes it 31 right there. Nope, that makes it 21. Keeps it 21. Sorry. I always get this scoring way back weird. Oh, imagine that. Scott's eating. Scott Sledgester's eating. How are you not 400 pounds? I've never seen you eat. Taking a fry or 2.
Okay, here's the scenario. Martinez is up in the 9th frame. Wabama shows up with a shot. True to his word.
Thank you.
Martinez needs a shot right here.
I've got one for you right here. All right.
He's throwing it good. He finished second in
ball.
the sweeper last night. That was a sweet shot right there.
Well, Duran has to strike out. Got to strike out to force Martinez to mark.
To throw the first one.
Yeah, he's still forcing him to show the first one, won't he?
Chris bowled the
to
sweeper
win.
last night.
You're right. If he strikes out and there's 9 spare strike, it's a tie.
Yep. So
I guess I'll have to admit that.
we had 12 guys last night show up. They paid 2 places, and I was 3rd. So I figured I was
bridesmaid.
back. I was back.
Yeah.
I bowled today. They took 6. I was 6th. I stayed in 6th. Oh, that ball!
Wow.
That ball was tough. That had a spinner effect to it.
Going through qualifying, I was here early and I saw the last 2.5 games or so of qualifying. This is a total shock to me that Jason Duran is going to finish 5th.
Well, how much?
His reaction was
how much
good.
backwards he's gone.
He had. I mean, his qualifying scores were. I think his low score was 224 and his high score was 237 or 239. It was just just constantly there. And even in the finals, he started with possible 280 going into like the 8th frame down here. He had such a great reaction, and all of a sudden it just didn't look like his ball stopped working. As like that.
Right.
I mean that was every other. That was every shot.
Didn't look too very good. Just kind of looked like it was spinning down the lane.
He was probably trying to extend it down the lane because it was probably hooking up on him a little bit. What do we got here? Oh, okay.
Chris is going to be.
Oh, those fries look good. Can I have one?
Chris just needs to keep it on the lane now, basically.
Still 2.
Jason can only shoot 205 with another couple of strikes.
They were just on top. I'm not saying anything.
And he's not going to strike. He's going to throw a 7-count split. 192, 194. If he gets a couple, Martinez just needs to throw it down the lane now.
Yeah, this is over.
I still like his look. I think he's got a good look. I think he's going to challenge Smaglig, who he didn't bowl pretty good, very good in the first game, but
he's
then
got
came
this.
back on
He's
this
got
pair.
this lane. Yeah, he's got this pair.
Almost had a 290 at one point.
his role is so easy. I mean, he's not a rev player.
Right.
He's an accuracy player, which helps with that forward roll that he has with some tilt.
Right. He likes this house. Him and Chris Clear come out when we have the doubleheader weekend, so they could get in the
I was letting them know.
the minimum number of events to participate in the year-end tournament. I don't know. You know what? We should talk a little bit about these split or these doubleheader weekends. Are they helping us or are they hurting us? Personally, I think overall they're hurting us because instead of having 50 to 60 guys in one tournament, we're having
spreading it out, lowering the money in the
We're having
two.
25 to 30 guys in 2 tournaments.
All right, well, we will talk about that when we come back. The match is over. Chris Martinez with a 247 defeating Jason Duran, our number 4 seed, with a 194. Chris Martinez will be taking on Mr. Ed Smaglik in the Augusta Masters shirt. We will be back right around the bend. Alrighty, folks, we are back. Ed Smaglik, our number 3 seed out of Las Vegas, Nevada, taking on our number 5 seed, who just defeated number 4 seed Jason Reg, Chris Martinez.
Okay. Got it. Thanks.
Chris, have you decided to start, or?
No, he chose. I'm starting.
Or I mean, Egg, that's right, your choice. You're starting? Okay. Chris is going to start in the left lane. That's Ed's choice. Higher seed, duh. I've only been doing this for how long? Ed has chosen to let Chris start. We're going to get the scoring machines up. I thought we were ready. Sorry, Scott. It's like we're on a little delay here, waiting for scoring.
I think it's because nobody else is paying attention.
Yeah, why would anybody pay attention to a stepladders final at a tournament? We don't have to wait 2 more minutes, do we?
Things to do on a Saturday.
We don't have to wait 2 more minutes for practice then, do we? Oh, okay. All right, here we go. Start new game. Martinez is going to start us up here. This is the quarterfinals of Wimbledon. Next will be the semifinals, and then we'll have the finals after that.
Chris reminds me of the Lone Ranger.
Who? How? Why?
I don't know.
Well, they can't hear you right now, so I'm answering questions that other people are like, what? She said she reminds her of the Lone Ranger. That's why I said, what? How?
I can't help it. That's just kind of how things are.
Off his hand. Excellent shot. He's going to need it. Chris is going to throw a good game here. Ed Smaglik on the TV pair has an excellent shot. He bowled real well here in the semifinals. And coming back here in practice, he looked like he had the same exact shot. He's just got to execute, remain true to what he was doing. It's a great shot. Oh, wow. That facial expression shows it all. Whenever I say, it's marginal, there's a story behind that if you haven't heard. I've told it before, but when people throw shots that are just extremely awesome, we have a habit of going, it's marginal. To the point where we had 4 of our best scratch bowlers from our house go to another bowling center and bowl a scratch league, and our team name were called the Marginals. And we were just, it's marginally marginal. That shot was marginally marginal. Smash 7 is probably to me the only other. The Smash 8's the true tap, but a Smash 7 to me, like the one he just threw, there's no call for that. That's just wrong. That's a great shot. That'll flip up. Oh, a little light, but swished out. I was expecting that to be a little higher in the pocket, but that's actually Ed saw that and probably went, that's cool. He didn't throw it the best. Didn't hit his mark unless he moved on his practice, because I expect him to be high flush every shot. And that's the pressure that's on Martinez. I think he needs to be high flush every shot. Because if Ed's going to carry like that, he's got a match on his hands. Down on lanes 25 and 26, our number 2 seed Chris Kelso is in practice. That's our practice pair. You'll see to your right, the lanes are on. You'll see a ball go down there in a little bit. And here's high flush. He kicks the 7 out. He just threw the 7, kicked the 7 that Ed left out. I will not say that.
I call him that.
Although, when you go like this, does he go,
No, I
see,
don't that way, though.
they're not hearing you. You have to put this on if you're going to talk to me.
I'm pretty sure they are hearing me.
No,
I can see the little thing go.
No, I can hear. They can't hear you.
I also call him my little cuddly bear. Even though he doesn't cuddle.
Maybe I'll just call him Teddy,
Oh, please don't.
because he's a big teddy bear. Well, uh-oh. I think that's a tug. I think it was a tug, but he's lined up. If he doesn't hit up on the ball, that gives him that spot in. Earlier I was saying he's lost his hold room. I think he might have just moved a little left with his feet, maybe his eyes, maybe parallel move inside to find that tug area again. Because I don't think that was his best shot. But it held and kicked the 9 on. Ooh, Ed, that was a little half pocket 10 there, a little weak. But I've seen this man bowl too many times to have a 10-pin stop him from throwing the last 9 strikes.
I think we have a name for Ed. I told him earlier he looked like a court jester.
A court jester? He's not wearing the hat, but I know what you mean.
It's the shirt.
I get the reference. Uh-oh.
So that's
Wow.
his nickname. I called him a court
I think
jester.
she called him a court jester, and I see more of it as Augusta Masters, walking up to the 18th green and putting.
My grandparents used to have a couch like that.
Like the Augusta Masters?
No, like that fabric.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really
That doesn't surprise me since you were talking about Grandpa and Grandma. Oh, God. Seriously?
Oh, my grandpa's 95, so I mean, we got to go back to the 50s. They had all kinds of funky crap back then.
Exactly. I can see that in the 1950s on a couch. All right, after that swishing 10-pin, the head pin went in front of the 10-pin. All right, Martinez early has him on the ropes, but not by Ed's, other than missing that 10-pin. There's been nothing wrong with Ed's game. We left smash 7, struck, half pocket 10, missed it, and then a swishing pocket 10 that the head pin just destroyed in front of it, but missed it. Ed could easily have a 4-bagger right here to match Martinez on a 4-bagger right here, and he gets it.
That just looked like the pins blew up.
You didn't hear that, folks, or did she? Did you hear it?
Barely.
Okay. See, they don't hear you.
I know.
She wants to sit at the commentator's table, but she won't talk.
I want to commentate.
Can you turn that one up to catch
we're
background noise? Okay.
Yeah, but the problem
Because I'm
is
sick of making. It picks up everybody
picks
behind
everyone
her.
else. You know.
Because I'm like, I'm sitting here people, if you're going, what the hell is he talking about? It's because I'm talking to her because she's talking to me, but you can't hear her.
The reason I don't commentate is because I know that my voice comes off as being really high-pitched.
No, it doesn't.
I sound like a child. I'm a receptionist. I know how I sound.
Okay, I figured out the problem. As Chris goes for the 5-bagger and gets it.
We don't have time for therapy.
No, I figured it out. I'm just holding the microphone in front of her face. She's going to sit at the table and talk. She's going to be on air. Heard that. All right, Smaglik looking to do something. Light swishing 4-pin.
If it keeps up this way, it's going to be Chris against Chris. And please, you're putting that right in my face.
And it's working.
I feel like you're going to poke out an eye.
I won't move if you don't. That's what she said. I'm sorry, I had to go there. I had to go there.
No, I'm not making that joke.
You could just put the microphone on. Oh, rap 10.
I said it worked. I don't want to do it here.
And by the way, you don't sound like a little child. You sound like you sound like you do on this as you do on the phone. Trust me, I've heard.
I sound like I'm 12.
No, see, did she
True.
sound like she was 12?
Give it up. You're never going to convince her.
Did she sound like she was
No,
12?
not at all.
Exactly. She sounds like you have a very high-pitched voice. but it's very pleasant unless you're using it.
The redhead.
Ooh. What?
That actress turned lousy singer.
Lindsay Lohan.
No.
Nicole Kidman.
Right neighborhood. Add 10 years. She
The
just got done
actress
with
that turned
Sam and
singer?
Cat. She was on a show, Sam and Cat, and she just got her. Well, she's
You
another
must
one of
have
those,
children.
Yeah, I do. She's one of those Nickelodeon brats who
Get
now
up,
are
get
in
up.
their 20s. And,
Kicks it out.
Are you sure you don't?
Britney Spears.
Hey,
no, that was a Disney brat.
and she's blonde.
Anyway, she's got a Minnie Mouse voice, and she's.
And she doesn't. That's
Not
my
at
point.
all.
That's why I'm holding it right here.
I feel like you're gonna poke me in the nose.
Well, that might happen.
Not with the microphone. It would be my fist.
Hey.
Oh, that's right. I don't believe in violence against women, against anybody.
I can hurt you
But
more than you
I will.
can hurt
I will.
me.
Oh,
I don't doubt.
true. No, that's true. I have those things. Just please, 9 years of karate.
Back to bowling.
Going for a 7-bagger. Gotta sit, and it does. Where is Stevie G?
He just left.
We were gonna talk about stuff.
I saw him come and get his bag and take off.
Okay, Stevie G, the network, Steve Gallegos. Now I'm upset. We were gonna talk about stuff. Well, he said he picked up his equipment and left. Smaglick with a mad strike. He's gotten some pretty bad breaks. And when you go against when you're having bad breaks going against a 7-bagger, it's hard to really say, hey, I care. He's just going through the motions right now. But you know what? He's going through the motions, and Chris Martinez is going to. This will be our second, won't it?
If things continue the way they are for
Scott, this is going to be our second one, isn't it?
Or second what?
I'm not going to say the word while he's bowling.
Yeah.
But was the first one on our pair, or no? It was during a sweeper.
Oh no, it was on our pair.
But it's never been on the.
There he is.
There you are. That's what I was just trying to tell the people.
Sorry, I was taking some stuff out to the car.
No, see, you ruined it, Scott.
How did I ruin it?
Because you are
You gave
breathing.
me the headphones.
You're
see.
breathing.
I see.
I think this match is pretty much over, though. Huh?
You know,
Oh yeah.
it's not the first time my mere existence has been to blame for something.
You know,
That's true. You're married.
I'll take it.
279. If he closes it out, started with the front 7. I walk up and, man, I knew he was throwing it good, and then add a good look.
Well,
on top of it.
while you were gone, I said to the crowd, he pulled a shot, and earlier I was saying he didn't have that hold area, but he pulled it. I said that's going to have to set, and it flushed. And I went, oh, he did a little parallel move in, found that early head oil, and it's now it's opened up his shot.
Okay.
But
Yeah, no,
you know who he's going against next, don't you?
Got the right one. Mr. Kelso.
Kelso was my. If that strikes, Kelso's in trouble.
You know, Terry
Uh-oh.
Terry predicted the number today, too. The first cut number. 125 is what Terry said this morning.
And what was it?
125.
Yeah.
Right on the button. So he called it.
Well, this shot is. It's not a house shot. Unless you know how to play it. These guys make it look like a house shot
Yeah.
because the best bowlers can tear this shot up.
You have to know how to play the patterns. If you don't play them right, they're going to make
A
it
house
silly.
bowler is going to come out here and struggle a little bit because
Yeah,
they're not used to where you have to play the
You know,
lane.
I love playing close to the gutter. That's my wheelhouse right
Well,
there.
first of all, you're left-handed. Let's get that out of the way.
Yeah, growing up on wood lanes.
Any left-hander who likes to play inside says, "Wow, I got inside first arrow."
They're crazy.
Ah!
You know, though, it takes a lot to learn how to play in there. Because
I make fun because I love.
Well, you have to compete with the right-handers that get inside there, and your ball hits the lane and then hooks, so we don't get very much of a chance to play inside.
Wait. Okay, never mind. I thought you were talking about we move so far inside that we mess up your shot.
That's why we don't play inside very much, because we don't get.
We screw everything up in the
Yeah,
heads.
you guys put it up in the front.
I agree.
Our ball's hooking.
And not to mention, you left-handers suck and you don't know how to bowl. So that's another reason.
There's a lot of them like that.
That's another reason that we. That's not true. Mirror image. Mirror imagery. Oh, well, when I bowl, I make everybody look good because I'm so bad.
You know what though? If you're right-handed though, there's still no. If you take my game on the left side, there's still no right-hander playing that far out on the right side.
No.
The only one that would probably do that is Dwayne Mellinger or Scotty Myers.
Mellinger would have. Mellinger would have finished second to me here had we both
Kill
bowled.
this.
Well, while you guys are arguing this out, we saw Ed's turkey out the 10th frame.
That's
Oh yeah.
yeah.
We thought this match was over.
That's kind of why we were doing that.
But let's get back to it. It's gonna fill
We're
in.
It is kind of over, but
We're amateur professionals, okay?
That's,
I always wonder in situations like this where you got to go and do you keep the metal to the pedal or do you kind of just back up?
Hold
and
on,
maybe-
hold on.
Maybe
hold
just
on.
throw shots.
Hey, Chris, it's hard to leave the 10 pin when the ball takes it out.
Ball change? You try a ball change or something in a situation like
No,
this?
oh yeah. Well, shooting 279.
Do you shoot 279 this game or do you maybe back off a
I
little bit?
say no.
End the streak so you can start a new
Would
streak
you?
next game.
Let's turn it on you. Would you in this case? You're shooting 279 with a fill ball in the 10th, 2 balls in the 10th. Would you take out another ball to see the reaction, or would you not want to mess with anything?
I've done it.
I know. I've
changed
seen
balls
it.
and it fucks me. Messed me
No.
up. Sorry.
Sorry, Grandma Kelso, that was not me.
It's messed me up before. That's why I'm saying you got to keep the pressure on. You got to
Keep the
gas
mojo, the
down.
mojo.
Yeah, don't change anything.
But see, and at the level these guys are, we
overthink it.
Well, not overthink it. If you pull out another ball just to see a reaction, shouldn't you know coming into a tournament where you make the top 3, what your equipment's going to do in that instance? So there's no reason to. It's only when you're struggling and have a lead that you would say, hey, let's pull out another ball, see what I can get. Right now, don't change the thing.
Keep it going. Keep
All
going
right,
to
and on
strikes.
that note,
He's going to need every bit of it coming up. The next
Kelso
match.
is going to do. It wasn't me. It was him. I just got hit in the head by Grandma Kelso. He did it. I was being good. All right. On that note, 278 to 205. Chris Martinez, number 5 seed, moves on. He moves on. He beats number 3 seed Ed Smaglick. He'll be taking on Chris Kelso, Grandma Kelso's grandson, in the next match. We're going to be back right around the bend. All righty, here we go. Chris Martinez versus Chris Kelso. I'm rooting for Chris.
You're rooting for Chris?
Yeah.
K or C?
Yes.
I'm rooting for Chris.
Oh, okay.
Right now we're joined by Michael.
Yes, Michael Hensley is on the microphone with us.
I bowled qualifying today with Chris Martinez. He threw the ball really well all day. And in fact, you guys were talking last game about ball changing and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Chris has thrown that ball all day. He hasn't changed his ball.
He hasn't had to.
And I didn't change mine either. Me and him fed off each other's line. I made my first cut today, which was awesome. Really glad to do that. And,
Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Chris had a really good look all day and put himself in a really good spot to get here. And I'm not surprised at all that he's ran the step ladder so far.
Tell you the truth, he's got a great. Both of these bowlers have a great look. George Brooks is in the lead. I called when I first started watching the bowlers. I called Chris Kelso as the odds-on favorite to win.
Yeah.
But after watching Chris Martinez's line, this is a pick-em match right now. And then George Brooks beat them both to get to the #1 seed. So we're going to see some really good bowling here, folks. Kelso just changed balls. That wasn't the ball he was using. And he left the 2-8. He'll spare this, I'm sure.
I bet it's a hammer.
I think before
I'll bet it is too, since he's sponsored by Hammer.
I think before he's throwing the arson low flare, that's the viral he's throwing now.
All right. I don't particularly know why he must have saw something in practice that he didn't like with the other ball, obviously. You don't change equipment for no reason.
No.
And there's a spare, as I said.
Also,
the 2-8 must be like a 5-pin to him.
Yeah, it has to be. Also, one thing here.
We can't hear you.
Yeah.
Nope, not with our headphones on. I can tell you're talking.
One thing to note with Chris Martinez today,
it's
Drew.
like a lot of my friends. I see their lips moving, but they're not saying anything. All right.
Chris Martinez today, he also, I don't think he's moved more than 3 boards. I think
I would be
today,
surprised.
I think from where we started today, we both played pretty close to the same line today. He's got a little more power than I do, so he was a little further left than I was at the start, but he hasn't moved more than 3 or 4
I think you're wrong there. There it is, kicking the 10 out. I think you're wrong there saying he has more power than you. What he has is better roll. You have more rev rate. You hit the ball, you grab it. Your consistency, you're not as experienced as Chris is. I don't mean to say this is anything wrong, but you are more powerful than Chris.
Okay, fair enough.
With your rev rate and what you want to create with the ball. Chris has that ability. The reason he hasn't moved so much, his ability is in his swing and his timing. He can create more distance down the lane just by changing a little timing, a little wrist position.
Yeah.
Whereas you want to power the ball.
Right.
And that's a good thing for you to learn, is to get through the ball down the lane farther. That would have helped you out a lot on this shot. It helps you square up instead of opening up. And that's where Chris really has the advantages. He's able to just float the ball or like that, and he's not doing anything to it. He's just rolling it off his fingers, and the ball's walking to the pocket. That's why I say the boardwalk shot is the easiest shot in bowling, other than a house shot. Maybe the cheetah, the old cheetah.
Yeah.
But this shot is so easy it's a walk to the park. Boardwalk.
Absolutely.
Boardwalk it to the pocket. You don't want to hit it. You want it to walk.
Right. So it looks like Chris Kelso's actually throwing 2 different balls.
He might be. It looks like he's back to his original ball. He's switching. And you know what? The best bowlers can do that. You find a ball that works on each lane, no problem. If the ball fits the same, it's the reaction you're looking on each individual lane. Usually you use the same ball on a pair, but occasionally you find those shots where one ball's going to work on one's not going to work, one's going to work on the other.
Definitely.
All right, so Kelso goes strike, 8 spare, 9 spare for 38 in the second, as Martinez has the first 3 against him. Now it's real early. It's not the time to panic, but you do want to get something going to show your opponent that you can strike.
Yeah, you got to put some pressure on Martinez here. He's been bowling so good.
Yeah, of course, all these bowlers can strike, but are you doing it now?
Right.
Like that?
Yeah.
Like
shredding racks.
Like the head pin. Can we add the head pin back to lane 21? It's in lane 22. All There are not many people that can get a head pin going across the lane like Kelso can.
I think him and maybe Robert Smith.
Robert Smith, yeah. I'll go with that. Belmonte.
Yeah, Belmonte.
Oh my God, he can put the head pin in lane 26.
Probably Osku too. He's got.
Osku, yeah. Well, any of the two-handed bowlers that know what they're doing with it.
Yeah.
All right, Martinez looking for a four-bagger. Real simple, real solid, and that's
Liked it.
what it. Yeah, that's the thing about
You
the
just got
boardwalk. Less is so much more on this shot. I mean, Kelso's got a great shot, and I've already admitted that I thought he was the odds-on favorite. But right now, especially after the shot's broken down, and you get the overreaction to the dry boards that Kelso has a tendency to use, the guy who's doing nothing with the ball, and I mean that as a compliment, nothing. Right now you do nothing with the ball. You let the ball walk.
Yep.
It's a boardwalk. You let the ball walk up the boardwalk.
And I found that throughout the entire day-to-day myself. You know, when you just let the ball go and do the work and not force it, that's when you make the good shots. You know, it just floats right in, and it doesn't matter. You can miss a board or two even on this.
And that's what this shot is. It's you just create. This is a shot that you can create. Oh, there's the 10 pin. Just runs his streak of 4 in a row down. But you can create area by doing less here.
Absolutely.
The more you do with the ball, the less you create. You take it away actually, because you're revving up the ball. Your higher rev rates are going to be down the lane to snap the ball. They like that down the lane, hook the ball. Whereas this shot is made for the bowlers that can set the ball early and have it stop, or just have it roll through the mid lane. Down the lane and snap is not the way to go on the boardwalk. These short oil patterns, oh, I missed them. I missed them terribly. I missed my black angle on a short oil 32-foot pattern back in the urethane days with 1 unit of oil. Oh, okay, I'm back, folks. It's 2015, not 1985. All right, right at the 10 pin, no problem. I don't think Chris Martinez has missed a 10 pin since junior leagues. Pretty much just his swing is so natural and so fluid and so straight.
Yeah.
Him and Marquez float the ball so well down the lane.
Yeah, they're probably the two today. Most of the time when we're bowling out here, they're probably the two most consistent, just letting the ball do the work.
Swing at the bottom, just float it out. Yep.
Yep. They don't do too much to the ball. They just let the ball do the work.
Yeah, and that's key to this shot.
Absolutely.
There's some shots you want to work the shot. You know, you want to dry up track, or rev rate is important to it. This is the opposite of that.
Definitely.
And as that double happens, he's going up for a possible turkey here. He's within basically 10 pins if he can strike right here, even with that 4-bagger from Chris. He's opened up the lane a bunch. That one comes in light, kicks the 4-pin heavy, or light. Now, does he move back right? Up like a parallel move 1-on-1 is what I'm thinking, just to get the ball up into the pocket.
Yeah, and you know what? That was actually the norm today. Whenever Chris and I were moving, we talked a lot today about where we were at, so we could kind of feed off each other. That helps out sometimes.
Yeah.
But Chris and I were talking that during the second game and the third game of qualifying both, I actually moved right twice during those 2 games.
Yep.
And Chris did as well. Move a board right and then move, or stay with your eyes and then move a board right with your eyes if you need to. Just because this pattern, you would have a good look and then all of a sudden it would come up really light, so you had to move right rather than left,
Great
which
shot.
is usually not normal. But
and when you say normal, we're talking about like house shots,
right?
Where
of course, yeah.
You're breaking down a track area already where there's an easier shot out there.
Right.
We're bowling on Kegel patterns here at the CSBT. So these are specific shots geared toward certain rev rates, certain angles, certain trajectories that benefit different bowlers at different times. This pattern happens to be set up for the bowlers that can play down and in, the guys that want to swing it to the right, get in trouble. Now, to tell you the truth, Chris Kelso is the proponent of throw it right and watch it hook, but he's also talented.
Yes.
I mean, he's very versatile for the game he has, as Chris Martinez is just not stopping. He's just saying, come and get it. I already got the lead. You got to take it from me.
And this game is much closer than last game. Kelso's definitely putting some pressure on him, but he's just eating it right up and just keeps throwing the ball well.
I mean, if they double out at each other, it's 279 to 267.
Yep.
That would suck for Kelso.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
But it's also, when you get beat with a score like that, you're like, what can you do?
Right.
Oh, flat 10. You don't expect a flat 10 from somebody with his rev rate, but if the angle's wrong, it doesn't matter how many revs you have. That 6 pin is just going to die in the gutter.
Also note that he went to the viral over on that one as well.
No, he did it last time too.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
okay.
he had he's using that ball now every time.
All right.
And he's right at it, no problem. And there we go again.
Typical Chris Kelso throwing pins.
I know. Actually, it's not typical Chris Kelso. That pin did not come nearly as far back as usual.
Right. It's not at the arrows. or sitting on lane 23.
We had 2 weeks ago in our Monday Night League. Zach Endress manages Highland Park lanes.
Yeah.
And I bowl league up there, and on this pair next to us, Zach was bowling. I forgot who it was. It was Jim Pavick, I think, who throws a hard ball. That's a great shot. But both of them, back to back, knocked a pin out in the gutter at the same time, within inches of each other. They had someone go down there and see who knocked it back out farther. Because it was like a challenge during league.
That's great.
And I will admit, Zach, you won. Zach knocked it out farther than the other guy. Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
Okay. And does that count? Like does he get an award through CSBT? Okay. Alrighty, folks. I'm not. Well, he brought it up, so it shouldn't be a jinx thing.
Yeah.
Chris Martinez actually has a chance at shooting only the third 800. Terry Wickstrom, our tournament director, just let us know if he can strike out, he can shoot our third 800 ever. It's got to sit. That's got to sit.
Great shot.
And it does.
Great shot.
This is what they call being in the zone.
Yeah. Yeah, he just got so much. He's so dialed in right now.
Exactly, and you're going to shoot 800. You gotta have some room. Right now, his confidence level is so strong. There's a mental aspect of knowing you're going to throw a good shot. His physical aspect, knowing that I'm practiced, and the shot out there is geared for him. So right now he's going, all I have to do is this, and that's pretty much nothing.
Right. He's staying in the moment. He's making sure he takes one shot at a time. He'll get ahead of himself. Doesn't get amped up and throw bad shots. He's just
got to sit. Oh, wrapped the 10. So there goes the 800, but we still got a match here, folks. Kelso's not out of it. Kelso could shoot 248 to 258. So we're looking at a 10-pin match with a spare here. Chris has to stay focused and execute his spare shot. I think, I'm not sure.
Tomorrow. It's the original shark.
The original shark.
Yep.
Tomorrow's pattern is going to be the original shark. As Chris Martinez goes up there, no problem with the 10-pin. Gives him 208 in the 8th with a spare in the 9th. We got a 188 in the, or 158 in the 7th with a strike in the 8th. So if Kelso strikes out, he's going to finish first. He'll shoot the 9th and 10th frame here. This is the 9th frame. If he strikes out, he'll force Martinez to throw a double, even on this pace. Great shot by Kelso.
Great shot. There's no doubt about that one.
And it's hard to say if you have a bad lane when you're shooting 240.
Yeah.
250, but The bad lane was the right lane. And he's tackled it. He's only missed on the left lane in the second frame. Since then, he's been flush.
Yeah, so this is a good.
So this is his
good for Chris.
good lane,
Yes.
comparatively. So he's got a chance here to force Chris to double. He tugged it inside, but it
just sat.
Great shot.
Sat and went high flush.
Yep. And that's with that rev rate. That's the advantage of a rev rate with somebody like Chris who can control it.
Yes.
There's a lot of rev rates that only can hook the ball. Chris can throw the ball down and in if he wanted to at that rev rate.
Absolutely.
And that's what impresses me most about him.
And the accuracy too. Man.
Yeah.
You know, both these guys.
Yeah.
They're just so accurate right now.
This is the big shot. This is the one that forces him to double. Oh, he didn't kick the 7. Well, as it is, he's shooting 230. Right?
Yeah,
237. Oh, actually, so he needed that one to force him to double because now all he needs is high count and mark. Imagine that. Chris Kelso knocked another pin out of the gutter.
Chris makes these bowling staff work for their money. When
This match was moving by pretty quickly until Chris Kelso decided to start throwing pins out in the gutter. All right, so Chris Martinez, he needs a mark.
Yes.
Needs a mark and a 10th. Anything. A strike wins it. A mark wins it. 237. Great game by Chris Kelso. Got a couple bad breaks and still.
He needs good count on his first shot as well.
No. As long as he spares it. That's a winner. So Chris Martinez has moved up from the number 5 seed, and he almost got knocked out of the top 5 by Stevie Gallegos.
He did. It was very close.
And then he moved to the TV pair, said, oh, time to bowl. All right, so Chris Martinez with that strike has a 238. He's going to add on bonus spins with these next 2 shots. Possible 258. All right, through the beak leaves 3, 6, 9, 10. On that spare, because he was trying something else, I guarantee you. He's going to be in the 240s with a spare 248 to Chris Kelso 237. Chris Martinez. I told you I was rooting for Chris. All right, so with this shot, as soon as this shot finishes up, we're going to get to the practice session for George Brooks, who's moving into your screen right now. We'll get that pin cleared out of the gutter. All right, so Chris pairs that up for 248 to 237. Chris Martinez, number 5 seed. Next game in the championship match, going to see if he can climb all the way up the ladder. George Brooks finally hit his mark.
Best shot of the day.
And on that note, we're going to take a quick break, let George practice up, and we'll be back around the bend. Alrighty, folks, we are back. Championship match here at the CSBT at Western Bowl, Arvada, Colorado. George Brooks, number 1 seed, versus number 5 seed Chris Martinez, who has just moved up the ladder to meet our tournament leader. George has chosen to start first, finishing on lane 22. He'll finish last. We had a conversation. I'm still here with Michael Hensley, classified division leader, both semifinals. We were talking about whether George was deciding which lane whether he wanted to use his advantage to how he was bowling or take your opponent's disadvantage.
Yeah, because Chris left 2 10 pins in that last game on the left lane.
And he has let him finish on the right lane. So I think George has decided that 22's his better lane. He'd rather have the 10th frame on that lane.
Absolutely.
That's got to flip. And
it does.
You want to give a prediction on a score?
I think it's going to be 249, 248.
249, okay. 249, 248. I was going to go 267 to 259.
Hey, man, it's going to be close
I think it's going to be way up there.
I think we're going to have a good match either way. This pattern's holding up real well for these guys out here, and we're just seeing big scores.
And notice neither one of us said which bowler was going to do that because it's a toss-up. Who knows? That's why George has the better career, maybe the more experience than Chris. But right now, odds are Chris is just going to blow these racks apart.
Yes,
he's blowing that up. That wasn't even like a high flush pocket. That was just a blow up. Yeah. Any strike that goes, all 10 pins are horizontal, I don't care what you call it. Guess what? You call it a strike. Did it end up with an X? I don't care if it's Wii bowling. You're talking to the most competitive person alive. I make Michael Jordan cry.
Yeah. She's getting yelled at over here.
Oh, wrapped the 10 pin. It's a great shot. You need to get a microphone on. You're going to keep talking. All right, so 10. That was a good shot. A little half pocket for Chris.
Yeah.
But the last shot was half pocket carry. That's the thing about bowling, man.
Absolutely. You get some, then you give some.
And again, direct on it. His spare game is so solid. It's at point A to point B.
Which is so important out here, man, because, 11 pins on a missed spare is so big. It can be the difference between making a cut, making a semifinal,
moving on in a match,
anything. 11 pins. You say, well, that's not that many pins, but
and it all really depends. It depends on the shot you're playing on.
Absolutely.
Like this shot is so easy. You miss a 10 pin.
Oh yeah.
You've lost more than the 11 pins.
Oh yeah.
Because the next guy's throwing a turkey.
Yeah.
If you're shooting 205 and moving up on the crowd, a missed spare, you can go, okay, just don't do it again. Yeah. This, you're like, oh, that's like, whoa.
George did not like that shot off.
That reacted a little stronger than he expected.
Yeah. Lucky to get the big 4 out of there. He had big 4 standing.
He had that 4 pin there, especially for a while.
The 4-7 fell late.
That's okay. Got a break.
Makes it makeable.
You got to make sure you use that break. Don't throw it away by missing. You focus and execute on your spare shots, folks. Every time you put your left foot up on the approach, waiting to bowl your spare shot, say to yourself, I have to focus and execute. What do I have to do to put this, to knock those 2 pins down, in this case? You stand here, you look there, and you roll it. You don't try to throw it extra hard because that's going to rotate your shoulder in left and you're going to miss it left. That he doesn't do. He's direct on it. Because all he does is repeat that shot, execute, and focus.
And that's one thing to talk about here too, man, is that all these bowlers who made the top 5, I can bet that of all of them, not very many missed spares.
Oh, the top 5 here? Yeah.
I mean,
they made it this far because they made their spares on top of throwing those turkeys and 4-baggers when you get lined up.
Because while striking is important, sparing is just as important.
It's kind of like the equivalent for golf. drive for show, putt for dough.
Yep.
You can strike for show. You got to spare for dough.
That's right.
Wow, that is a good analogy.
That's really good.
Sometimes I surprise myself.
We're gonna start a book from the analogies of Drew Hyland.
Oh, by the way, my book's about to be published.
That's fantastic, man. I'm happy for you.
That's a good shot. Ooh, came in a little lighter. I thought that was going to flip a little more, didn't you?
Just got down lane a little bit further.
I think I think it's because all day he just changed balls. This is not a ball he was using earlier. This ball looks like it might be more mid lane and stop instead of that continue to drive look that he had earlier.
Yeah.
Because right now with the lanes breaking down the way they are, I think what's happening is he's going to a less reactive ball because you drive through the pins now. You've already got those dry boards to track to work with. Right now it's more about decreasing the amount of angle in the pocket. And that's what he's had all day, is a decrease in angle.
Yeah.
Everyone, when that blade was drying up, they were getting the ball wider and it's coming back stronger, leaving the smash nines, the 4 pins. Chris is going, I'm just going to stay right here, get it down the lane and have it roll. His look
like I said, man, I don't think he's moved more than 2 or 3 boards all day.
His look is fantastic.
We got an even match.
Not only did he not move, like you said, Butch, he hasn't changed his ball. That's the same ball.
He's been throwing that ball since game 1. And that was one thing that him and I talked about too, because I threw the same ball all day. I never moved to anything else. Found a good look with it, liked where I was at, and there on this shot there just wasn't any need to.
Yeah.
You know, when you leave a 10-pin light or something like that, you can always make that move to another ball. But there was no need to on this shot just because
he got that one out, and it came back high. See, that's that dry board. He got that one out just a tad. And it continued to drive, and that let that smash 9 we were just talking about.
Absolutely.
So we're looking at a tie match, folks. Strike, spare to strike, spare, strike. And I am assuming he will pick this up.
No issue.
It's a great shot. Now with a spare or a strike here, George will take the lead. The first lead of the match. We've been tied all the way through this match so far. We are in the 4th frame for George. With a strike, he will take the lead. I wish I'd have brought my equipment. I want to bowl on this and see what I get.
You can always use mine.
That's a good point. I can't I? Great shot by George. Just took the lead.
We found that out.
Yes,
ABT.
you still have that Tour IQ?
I do.
Pearl?
Well, actually, no. The yellow one. That's the one I use right. No, I did get rid of that. I put.
Wait. You got rid of it?
Yeah, I had to
and
get a warranty.
It's not in my possession.
Yeah, I had to warranty it. Got to give it back to the company, you know.
All right.
It'd be nice if they let me keep it and give me a brand new one.
I think you need to say, "Oh, it burned in the fire."
That's what happened.
And I'll have it. Then you just give that stuff to me.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
We'll do that.
There's no video or audio proof of you doing that.
Except right here.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. What?
All right, George Brooks looking for a turkey to extend his lead. Right now it's 11 pins. Or no, 10. Looking to make it 20 right here. This is the one he went light on last time. That's a better shot.
Much better.
Yep.
You gotta love out here, man. George gets so dramatic with his reactions after that kind of stuff, and it's so fun to watch. Now, honestly, Drew, do you think through 5 frames, that you'd be saying that Chris Martinez is down 20 pins?
I would say that since it's happened, but before the match,
right?
We were talking about it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, this match could go either way. Both of them are great. It's gonna who's carries.
Get out of there.
See, and who carries right there. That's what's gonna happen. Chris has left what? A 4-pin and a 10-pin, or 2 10-pins?
2 10-pins.
2 10-pins.
Oh, it was a 10 pin or 9 pin?
A 9 pin smash 9, that's right. Yeah, this last frame he left a smash 9, that's right. So you're looking at a smash 9 and a 10 pin, and he threw one bad shot.
Yeah.
So right now, Chris has actually thrown more better shots, but is down in the match.
Absolutely. But it's
and you
still,
take that with you, you know.
Right. And it's still very close, and you know, one shot makes the difference.
Oh, it's 10 pins with a double here. And then anything George leaves takes his lead away.
Absolutely.
That's a great shot. Oh!
Gosh.
Oh my God! Off his hand, I knew that was a great shot. I said it before it hit the arrows.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was so clean.
That's just a killer.
That was stupid wrong. Wow.
You throw that good of a shot, and you're thinking, I've got the momentum going in now.
That's the kind of shot you let go, and you go, oh, it's the best of my career. It was just so good.
Randy Peterson, I'll tell you something.
Yeah, oh, Randy, poor Randy. Ernie Schlegel, that sucked. And he's not going to let it infect him. He's going to make the spare, move on. Wow. The only thing you can really take from that is say, well, I know I'm lined up. You don't leave a smash 8 on a bad shot.
No, you sure don't.
Ever.
That's just a big momentum killer, though.
Yeah, because that double would have been huge.
And this will loosen George's swing up, I'll bet you.
Yeah, exactly. When your opponent gets a bad break or you loses his shot.
It goes from a 10-pin match to a 30-pin match right here.
Well, I mean, that one was horrible. That hurt, especially going against Brooks. He doesn't miss. When you give him a lead, he's Tiger Woods.
Yep.
He doesn't give it back very often.
It just really loosens your arm swing up.
It does. You get a little more confidence. I was talking about Chris having. He shouldn't lose that over a smash 8.
No.
But it's about your opponent then.
It definitely opens George.
Now, granted, in bowling, your only true opponent is the pins.
Right.
You're not bowling against a person. You're bowling against the pins down the lane.
Absolutely.
If they happen to beat their pins more than you beat yours, then they win the match. But you have to focus on, okay, I got to knock those 10 pins down. I don't have to beat George, or I don't have to beat Chris.
Right.
George is very deliberate, takes his time. Wow.
Shot by George Brooks right there.
That doesn't suck. we got a runaway child running through the bowler circle.
Tell me this was an obstacle.
George says you didn't tell me this is an obstacle course.
Do not jump over the children. All right, here's Chris Martinez. Now, you know, this sucks. Smash 9, ring 10, smash 8, and he has to strike in the 7th frame to stay in the match.
He has to. Do you have any chance?
Great shot. There's one. He's just got to blow it off. I mean, all he can do now is strike out for 240 and hope that's enough. You said 249, 248, right? I said 267, 259. I think I'm going to be over on one with George and under on the other, but on a 240? 7 pin? No. Chris just said 7 pin?
You know, he's already left the other
Because he's left the 7, 8, he's left the 8, 9, 10. No, I'm not rooting for that. I'm rooting for strikes because he's deserved. This should be 280 to 300. George actually threw the only bad shot of the match in the second frame, and he's in the lead by 30. Is it the 7 pin he called? Nope, the ball took it out. I think he was trying to leave 7 pin or something. That was just not a good shot.
No.
He didn't get through it clean. And now we're talking 40 pins with 3 to go.
That's where that ends up going, that big momentum killer.
Yeah.
Because, Chris has been throwing the ball so well, and that's the only bad shot I think I've seen
at
him
all.
throw.
I mean, I was completely surprised at how off that shot was because he's been so on for 4 games.
That's the only one that he's thrown bad the entire television series.
That's the only bad shot he's ever thrown in his career. I mean, if we're going to go to, expound on the...
Right.
All right, Brooks, just to...
He just got to basically stay clean here.
Yeah, if that. He might be able to open right now, but I don't see it happening.
He liked it.
He's so smooth right now, and now everything's so open for him.
Yeah.
A strike here will finish the match. In the 9th frame, we'll be at a 280 pace, and unfortunately for Chris, the left lane has not been his friend. He hasn't missed on the right, but you know what? George picked the right lane, didn't he?
He sure did.
Not that it matters if you shoot 280, but
if it would have come down to the
what
last
just happened?
frame. Oh, he set his back down there. It'll fix it.
Is that going to affect it? No. Okay.
It'll fix it as soon as he throws the ball.
You can't see what we're talking about, folks. The scoring machine just went to a different screen. It's fine. So George, 9th frame, looking for a 7-bagger.
Got it. That's our match.
Yep. We've got our winner, George Brooks. Number 1 seed held onto his spot. He beat number 5 seed Chris Martinez. Right now we're going through the motions. And now I guarantee you he's going to shoot 220. He'll strike out.
Well, and again, that's the same thing. It loosens your swing because
either that or you lose your focus and just go up there and throw the ball. But I don't see Chris doing that.
Great shot.
That's
just throws a great shot.
He had lane 22, man. It's going to be 21. Does he finish it out strikes? He made such a run through the field. That was fun to watch.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to bowl with him today. A lot of fun to watch him bowl this.
I'm only saying nice things about him because I'm on air. Off air, I hate the guy. He's just a jerk. I can't believe he was nice to you. He got one that was way wide, but yep, there it is. Woo! Leave the smash 7 on your fill ball. Fill out the back row.
Breaks up his Dutch 200.
Oh, that's right. How many Dutch 200s have you had? He just screwed that one up. So there have been more 800s than Dutch 200s. So even almost the same. Smash 7. Come on, man. That's why I said throw it on the fill ball, but okay, that's one of the fill balls. You only got one left now.
Last chance.
Last chance to smash 7. See if George Brooks finishes that out in style with a 280.
He did not like that shot, and it goes high flush and carries.
He didn't like that shot at all, and that's why. There was a slight 1/10 of a second delay in the 10-pin going down. Smash 7! Ah, man. All right, good game, nice finish, nice tournament for Chris Martinez. Our second place finisher with a 220 going up against George Brooks. Possible 280. Right in front of us, we've got Kyle Taylor, whose nickname is the Buzzsaw. Unfortunately, Chris Martinez ran into the Buzzsaw today of George Brooks. Does he get in the 270s? Oh, come on!
He's starting to look like Chris Martinez out there.
You didn't like the 10th frame either. That one carried. All right, we're going to get a 269 to 220 final with a spare here. And he's got it. So, George Brooks, Western Bowl, Arvada, Colorado CSBT tournament winner today. That is number what for him? Number 6. title number 6. All right, so with that, we are done here at the CSBT. Okay, we're going to do a quick interview. Do I have to talk to George? Oh, God. All right. We're going to do a quick interview with George. We'll be back in just a few minutes. We'll be back around the bend. All right, folks, here we are. We're doing the interview with the winner, George Brooks. I'm done.
Really? All right, Drew. Good,
I mean, come on, it's George Brooks. How many times we got to do this? Congratulations. Nice game there, 269 to 220. Bowl great all day, had a great reaction.
I did.
Switched balls for the finals. You hadn't used that ball that I had seen all day.
Yeah, I'd thrown it a couple of games
early
towards the end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the vibe just, it was a little too early. So the angle started to get a little too sharp, and then you had to move left.
Now, early you wanted that vibe because you wanted the early roll.
Exactly.
Later, you opened up the lane, down the lane.
Exactly.
All right, gotcha.
Exactly.
And
So-
boy, did you open it up. It looked great. You rolled the ball great.
Thanks, man. No, it was really angle critical because of the short lane pattern. It's really key that the ball don't overread coming off the end of the pattern.
Especially early.
Exactly. Yeah. And so, once you got the hole punched in it and move the oil down, then you can kind of move a little left and get around it a little bit more.
Michael Hensley, while we were bowling, was on the air with us for the last 2 games, and he had commented he bowled with Martinez during qualifying. And he said Martinez hasn't moved more than 2 boards all day. And I was like, that's rare.
Right.
But the reason being is he was doing nothing to the ball.
Right.
He gets the ball down the lane. He didn't have to open up the lane. He was getting that early read and keeping it.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, that last game, I mean, smash 9, smash 8.
Right.
really, the
And-
10 pins, you're going to leave them.
Right.
But smash
Right.
9, smash 8, really in between all that string, he could have matched you strike for strike in that match.
Exactly.
That's how good this game was.
Right.
And the score of 49 that you won by
absolutely
did not, wasn't portraying how that match went.
Exactly. No.
So, but you deserve it. You're the 6th title.
Thanks, man.
Nice. And like, how many seconds?
Oh,
You're like Earl Anthony,
a lot
right?
more than that. Yeah. A lot more than that. But let me speak to Chris. I'll tell you what, that guy has worked so hard on his game, and I'll tell you what, it's paying off now. It was fun to watch him.
Yeah, he
just good, so clean through the ball, and
smooth,
and had a great
fluid
reaction.
Yeah,
and it was a hard choice for me. On that pair, which lane to start and end on.
That brings up a question for you. Sorry to interrupt, but Michael and I were also talking when you decided to start.
Yep.
Michael was going, I think it's because Chris left 2 10 pins on the left lane last game, and so you would finish on the left lane. And I thought it was more that George might have had a better look on the right lane, because when you're shooting 250 every game, how can you pick out a bad lane for your opponent?
What I saw in 21 when I threw the first shot was the
Practice?
ball in the first shot of practice, the ball wiggled a little bit down lane, and it wasn't. And any of the other 2 shots that I threw on 22, neither of those wiggled.
So you chose the shot that you were more secure, knowing that you're not going to have a little wiggle. All right,
exactly.
See,
and so
I was right. Haha, Michael.
So yeah, it was more about my reaction. And if you have to play that.
If you're going up against a guy who won 182 to 172, you pick the lane that's his worst.
That's right.
More than what your benefit is.
That's it.
When it's 250 to 250, I got to go with what I know. Okay,
exactly. It was more about my look. I was just hoping that he wouldn't, that the wiggle would catch him. Yeah,
well,
I mean, I always want to win. I wouldn't have been disappointed.
I want to win
lose
300 to 299 every game, and they leave a smash 8 for me to win. That's I want to bowl. I don't want you to bowl bad to win.
Yeah.
That's why Nebraska, my coach always said, everybody. Well, I love it when league bowlers or tournament bowlers would say good luck.
Yeah.
I'm like, thanks.
Yeah.
Because I always say bowl well.
Yeah.
I hope you bowl well, but I don't want you to have good luck.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, bowl well.
Bowl well. Bowl well.
Yep.
And Chris did.
Great.
You just bowled fantastic.
Thanks,
it looked great. It was fun to watch. The whole tournament, the whole day was fun to watch.
Yep. And I'll tell you what, the scores were high. I mean,
they were.
You had to get the carry.
And that's not normal for the CSBT. They put out some really tough shots.
Yep.
This just happened to be one of those ones. And this was tough for some of the bowlers because they're not used to. They don't very rarely get to practice playing the 2-3 board.
Exactly.
I mean, your house shots are 5 to 10, if not 15 and out. Swing the ball.
Exactly.
So to learn how to play a shot up the boards early, we have the advantage as being older bowlers. We grew up in the urethane era where, man, you got a nosebleed when you moved in to 5.
Exactly.
Exactly. I mean, that's why I was like, I love the 2 board. I've been saying all day, I'm king of the 2 board. Well, now I can't say I'm king with you out here.
Exactly.
All right,
Thanks,
sir.
Man.
Congratulations, George Brooks, CSBT winner. We will be back here tomorrow. Well, no, CSBT won't be back here tomorrow. We're doing the ABT. But the tournament will be back here. CSBT tomorrow. George is going to look to go back-to-back days of winning. I don't think that's happened, has it?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Oh.
It's hard. It's hard because tomorrow
Game on.
43-foot pattern. So
what's
43-foot pattern?
What's tomorrow?
Shark.
Oh, the original Shark.
Yep.
So he'll have to move in a little bit.
Yeah.
So, is Kyle going to be here tomorrow?
Kyle will be here.
Kyle Taylor. Okay. Oh, they're traveling together. All right. Look for your finals tomorrow.
Shout
they're
out
sitting
to
right here.
Colorado, me and Chris.
All right. Congratulations again, George, for ColoradoSports.TV, Scott Sledgester, and
Thanks,
George
Scott.
Brooks. I'm Drew Highland. There's the buzzsaw.
All right,
See ya.
See ya.
You got it.